Today we're going to be taking a look at the most broken bleed fire build ever that you guys can put together in Elden Ring. This is going to go beyond god tier bleed build, dealing over 1600 damage on just one single weapon, level 150, insane amount of damage dealt in one single hit. If you guys like how that sounds, a like is much appreciated. You're looking at the gameplay, and guys, when I put this together, I was like, no, there's no way. This thing just wrecks, melts, destroys. It just deals an insane amount of damage on just one single hit. And you guys are always going to be hitting at a high damage rate. Every single second that you are using this two weapons together, I'm going to be showing you guys what else you need to do to be able to put this broken build together and start melting everything that gets in your way. We're going to get started. Two weapons that we are going to be using. One is the Magwin Sacred Spear. You guys have heard of this weapon. Yes, amazing. Probably the #1 ever fire bleed build weapon that you guys can get. How do you get it? Of course, you got to defeat Magwin. So once you defeat him, you are going to be getting the sacred, which you guys got to take to the round table, give it to Naria, whatever her name is, and she's going to give you this weapon. But we are going to be racing this to a bloodlust buildup of 90, which is going to be dealing an insane amount of damage. And I will be telling you guys what attributes points you guys need to reach to be able to race it to 90, because beyond that, it doesn't make any sense going beyond that on your character status. And then to pair it up, to create the secret magical sauce, is going to be a occult Uchika Gatana. Yes, we're going to go with occult. Not only are we going to be raising the physical damage, but on top of this weapon is going to be hitting hard. But we're not going to use this weapon to hit anyone. We are just going to get this weapon to buff our right hand armament weapon, which is going to be the spear. We're going to use this to raise the maximum power that we're going to be dealing with bleed. Always, every single second, you guys are going to be dealing bleed with, on top of that, physical damage. But it's going to be crazy. Fire, bleed, and physical. Oh my goodness, deleting everything. And we are going to, of course, use seppuku, guys. Come on. Gotta use seppuku, and sometimes you guys might be using it the wrong way. It's not always not all the time you guys gotta use it to deal damage. This time we're using it to buff our weapon and overall buffing our entire build. And I'm gonna show you guys what else, why. And then we're going to be using the Dragon Communion Seal. This one here is going to boost the Dragon Communion incantations. In this case, we have 3 different incantations that are going to be boosting, and you see that incantation scaling 336. It's crazy damage, boys, crazy damage. Now, to take advantage of the seppuku, the bleed damage in this build, we're going to be using the white mask. It's going to help us with an additional 10% once bleed takes effect. And then we're just going to use the fingerprint armor complete set to give us a little bit poise of 36, which is not bad. Level 150, boys, level 150. So now that you guys are fully aware that you are going to be dealing bleed damage at every single second that you guys are using these two weapons together, how do we enhance them more than that? We're going to be using the Lower Blood's Exaltation. This one's going to give us a 20% additional damage when Bloodlust is at its vicinity. Along with the white mask, we're going to be dealing 30% additional damage. And then we're going to be using the Ritual Sword Talisman. This is going to raise our power by 10 additional percent, because one of the greatest things to be using the Magwin's Spear is that it's very hard for an enemy to touch you, because you guys are going to be dealing an insane amount of damage. And now with the buff of seppuku, you guys are just going to go off the radar. And then on top of this, we're going to be using Fire Scorpion Charm, which is going to give us a 12% increased damage on just fire. And one of the amazing things with the spear is that its scales attack power is by fire, 151 plus. And then we are increasing the damage that this talisman is going to give us to raise this puppy to another level. And then Shard of Alexander, you guys always need to use this talisman because it does raise 15% of your unique skill that is within this weapon. And what is the unique skill that is in this weapon? Blood Boon Ritual. It's just you're going to be doing an explosion of blood with each trust, and this weapon gives you 3 trust with a final blow. It's just going to take anything out. Now pull up your map and I'm gonna show you guys really quick where you guys need to find all these different things. The lore of blood exaltation. The blood exaltation can be found by the Linden capital, and you guys are going to come to this section that is here. Let me show you guys really quick. It's going to be a catabomb. Once you guys defeat the Lord of Blood, you guys defeat him, and then you guys get the talisman. Ritual Sword Talisman. This one can be found in the Locks Ruins. Once you defeat the final boss, is going to be right at the end. Pick up this talisman because you guys are going to be increasing your full HP power once you are at full health. Fire Scorpion Charm. We're going to go to the 4th lane, which is going to be on the east top side. And we're going to go here, and the talisman is going to be located on a wooden plank. Shard of Alexander can be acquired by defeating Alexander at the end of his quest line. Need to know how to get there? Check the link in the description that's going to show you step by step on how to acquire it. The White Mask. This one we're going to go underground and is going to be located in this section. You're going to come from the Palace Approach Ledge Road, and you guys are going to be invaded once you go around in this section. You're going to be invaded by 3 white masks, you could say it like that. And then once you defeat all 3, then you guys are going to be acquiring the white mask along with the entire armor. A tip: do not defeat the monster that is within the blood river. Do not defeat him, or else you guys will kill it for yourself. And now, to be able to boost this build to an insane broken status, we're going to be using the Flame Shrouding Crack tier, which is going to, for 3 minutes, temporarily boost any fire attack. And then with this weapon, we're just going to be dealing crazy amount of damage for 3 additional minutes. And then we're going to be using the Strength Knot Crystal tier. This one here is just going to temporarily boost our strength, since strength is going to be the second attribute require that is within this build. Is going to be at 24. We're going to be raising that a little bit. Overall, it's just going to make this weapon even more deadly. Now, how do you use this build, guys? The way you guys need to use this build to be able to deal an insane broken amount of damage, especially bleed and fire at the same time, we got to do the following. So we have 3 different type of incantations. So the sequence is going to be the following. 1, we're going to be using the Wonder Physics. Okay. Then after that, we are going to be using the Golden Bow. We're going to use Flame Grant Me Some Strength. And then for last, we're going to be using the Howl of Shabiri, in which you're going to be entering into a madness status for an additional 20 seconds. After that, we got to go really fast, do the seppuku on ourselves, and you guys are going to be able to see that your power is going to go as high as 1559. And then that is not, once you guys start hitting someone, you're going to go over 1600, in which you guys are going to be dealing an insane amount of damage, and you're going to be just deleting anything that gets in your way. Just take a look at how fast and easy, guys. And you guys are always going to be running for an additional minute at hitting at 1263. That is at 150 level. Of course, if you guys are higher, 200, 250, you guys are always going to be at a higher pace. You guys are always going to be at a higher damage. But if you are under level, what can you do if you are under level? Couple of things. Become lighter on your armor, which means you guys will be dealing, which means you will have less poise But just have in mind that the sacred spear is going to allow you to have that cushion from different enemies and bosses, because you guys can inflict damage from about far away, which is going to help you guys even if you guys are under level. Final thoughts about this build. It's broken, yes, because we are using the mechanics that are within this game. We are using seppuku to just buff our weapon, and overall our bleed is going to proc right away from the first hit with the white mask, with the blood of exaltation talisman. Those two put together, and with the arcane occult status, is going to be just an insane amount of damage. You guys are going to be breaking the game. You guys are going to be dealing an insane amount of damage right away. And overall, you're just going to be very lethal right from the beginning for an additional minute. And you guys can always do the seppuku and just keep buffing it every single 60 seconds. You guys are going to have that insane amount of damage, over 1,000. And if you guys want to keep using the golden bell, which you guys already know, you can always use it every 60 minutes. So overall, guys, this is just a crazy amount of damage you guys are going to be dealing overall. So once again, guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, and also don't forget to hit that subscription button if you are new to the channel. We got more Elden Ring builds coming out for you guys, and also we have a bunch other Elden Ring videos that you guys can check out in our playlist. And also we got more cyberpunk and more gaming related videos coming your way. Also take a look at this god tier intelligent build. It's very OP, and it's also very easy to put together. You might even have everything already in your inventory. Take a look at it and let me know what you guys think.